In your blood, I am in your heart. I am the sweat, and dirt on your face. I am the reason for the bumps, bruises, and breaks. I am the reason you fight and the reason you cry. I teach you to never quit. I am only the strong survive. I am the film that you watch in the morning. I am the 100-degree practice in the afternoon. I am the dreams that keep you up at night. I take off my hat. I take a knee. I walk through the valley of the shadows of death, and I am the Lord's Prayer. I am a headbutt and a handshake. I am warrior paint on your face. I am do your job. I am have your brother's back. I am AC/DC and Metallica over loudspeakers on a Friday night. I am stand up and salute the flag. I am the band that plays. I am the girls that cheer. I make grown men cry. I make moms fierce. I made you a better man. I taught you honor and I taught you pride. I am your first love. I am your sacrifice. I am Friday Night Lights. I will never leave you. We are one. I am football. Thank you for giving me your heart and your sons. Welcome to the Bret Cooper Academic All-American 2015. Welcome, everybody. On behalf of Bret Cooper, I want to welcome everybody to Dallas, Texas. There are several bowl games that you could be in across the country right now, representing different things. But in my jaded opinion, you guys have chose the best one for what it stands for what it represents, for what Bret Cooper All-American historical value places on the game of football. I want to talk to the athletes just briefly before we get into the program. If you listen to the poem, you realize this game of football is not just about this game of football. This game of football is about life. This game of football impacts every aspect of your life now and as you get older. It'll make you a better father. It'll make you a better husband. It'll make you a better employee. That's one thing in running businesses. I love to hire and employ ex-athletes because of discipline, because of accountability, because they're self-motivated. You don't have to say the same thing over and over and over again. So during the course of this week, you're not only going to be coached by some great football coaches, ex-collegiate football players, ex-NFL athletes, current coaches from different ranks. You're also going to be coached on life. While you're here, there's definitely going to be some accountability measures that's in place. So, as of right now, athletes, stand up. I'm going to talk to you for a minute. Every athlete, stand up. You no longer represent your house. You no longer represent your neighborhood. You no longer represent your family. You represent All-American football. So that means that everything you do represent that name that's on the front of your jersey. So if you go screw up, you represent that name on your jersey. When you make the wrong decisions, you represent that name that's on your jersey. So it's our job as the men that's been placed before you from now until January 2nd to ensure that you don't do that, to ensure that you don't mess up. So, welcome to football. As of right now, we have a 10 p.m. curfew. We will not, I don't care what your parents say. You have a 10 p.m. curfew. We will not run the hallways. We will not goof off in the elevators. We won't run up and down the stairs. We won't throw things from one floor to another one. We won't do that. 10 p.m., lights are out. There's coaches in the hotel on every floor. So it will behoove you to make sure that it's lights out at 10 p.m. because we have long days and we need to make sure that you're good. Also, while you're inside of the hotel, again, you represent Bret Cooper All-American football. And we are not the only ones that stand in this hotel. So we will respect the other guests that are inside the building. If everything from this point is yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am. You guys got that?
Yes, sir.
I hear this side. So here's the thing. I work the table. How many of you guys came through the table and saw me at the table? I guarantee you if we went to Las Vegas and cheerleading competition was checking in for there, they'd be a lot vocal at the table.
Oh, got it.
So what I need from you guys right now is to be assertive. Where are my defensive players in here? I know for a fact you guys better be loud. For a fact. Those pretty boys on offense, they can learn from us. But nonetheless, from this point on, we're going to make sure that we represent everything that's good. Got it, fellas?
Yes, sir.
All right, go ahead, have a seat. So we're going to go ahead and get into the program. This is the second year that the Bret Cooper All-American Bowl will be hosted at Lancaster High School. How many had a chance to play there last year? Nice facility, right? Nice heated indoor practice facility. Nice turf outside. And we want to thank this gentleman right here, Coach Chris Gilbert. So if you wouldn't mind, give Coach Gilbert a round of applause.
Good evening. Good evening. He just got through fussing at y'all about being more vocal. I ain't gonna fuss. But I want to welcome you guys to the area. How many of you guys are from the state of Texas that are here? All right. How many of you guys are from the local DFW area here? Just a few. Okay, well, like Coach said, my name is Chris Gilbert. I'm the head football coach and assistant athletic director from Lancaster ISD. And we are about half an hour away from your hotel for you first timers. You guys that were here last year, you're very familiar with the facility. Coach spoke about our facility. I just want to tell you a few things about it. We have a very nice facility, to say the least. We're very fortunate. We have an indoor practice facility in which you will spend most of your practice time in that facility. In my experience with Bret Cooper's game last year, I was very impressed with all of the things that the staff did for the players. I'm very impressed with the organization and the structure. And most of all, I'm impressed with the things that are not related to X's and O's in football at all, which are the academics and the leadership components that the coaches stress on a day-to-day basis, the week or less that the kids are here in the program. We will take good care of you. At this current time, we have track teams getting ready and our soccer teams there getting ready for the school. Our football team, we're done. We just got through a couple of weeks ago, so our football team won't be in the way. But we are going to manage around some facility issues with our teams that we have, but we'll make sure we take good care of you. That's why I'm here tonight, to let you know that you'll be in good hands and to travel over. There are some restaurants in the area. There's some convenience stores right by the school. Everything you need is in a short drive. There's some drugstores and other fast food places that are a short trip away from the facility. So you'll be right there by several things that you need, and I'll have a guy that's on staff there full time to answer any questions, and you'll see me around as well there to make sure that we take good care of you while you're there. So the game field is right adjacent to the indoor facility for you guys. It's your first time. You will have the Coliseum, which we may or may not use one day. I don't know if you guys be involved with that. I know we're going to do some kind of stuff in there. And then we have the Coliseum that's here. It is a bowl-style basketball arena and other practice gyms. And then we have the stadium right south of that. That's about 3 or 4 minute walk from the Coliseum. And then on another 2-minute walk is the indoor practice facility. So it's all there, right there together. Plenty of parking for you guys that are driving over. So there won't be any problems on any of that stuff. All you got to do is just make sure we get there safely and we go on from there. I think the weather is going to be cool all week. I hadn't checked, but for the most part, it's going to be cool. So it's a good thing that we're going to be inside some, huh? I know some of you guys are from the Northeast and y'all expected it not to be this cold when you got down here. But we've got a little bit of that going on. So I just want to say welcome. And then, so you see my face around this week, just come up and holler at me and I'll tell you a little bit about our place or anything you want to know about Texas football. So make sure you feel welcome when you come down. Thank y'all.
If we don't move, maybe it'll be good. All right, we have one more treat for you. We have a dance team based right here in Dallas, Texas, called the Fierce Divas. So they're gonna come turn up for us. So let's make some noise for the Fierce Divas. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, ladies. Next, we're going to bring to the podium a longtime coach, a longtime partner with the Bret Cooper All-American family. He's the owner of Southwest Elite Athletics out of Arizona. Give it up for Coach Richie Martin.
How you guys doing this evening? Good. A little cold here. We're from Arizona, so we're trying to get used to it. I'm sure some of you are trying to get used to it as well. What I want to say about this week, okay, kids especially, I want you to take advantage of the knowledge that's in this room and the knowledge that you're going to be around. Some of these coaches, in fact, all of these coaches, can help you one way or another, whether it's in football, whether it's in life, whether if it's going to college, whatever your goals are in life, take advantage of this week. It's very important, okay? I know that last year we came here and there was a lot of things that we didn't take advantage of. This year we're going to take advantage of them. And, you know, it's very, very important, especially the guys that are behind me. You know, I got Chris Milton, tons of knowledge, okay? You got Lester Johnson, trainer, played in the NFL. That's just to name a couple of them, and not to mention Bret Cooper himself, okay? So make sure you take advantage, okay? Because the opportunities that you have and being here and being an academic All-American goes a long ways, especially when you go to college, okay? That on your resume, being an academic All-American, holds a lot of weight. Okay? It's not a 2.5 grade point average, it's an academic All-American. That means you're a 3.5 or better. Okay? That means college. And for you parents, that means a lot, right? College costs a lot of money. $70,000, $80,000, $100,000. If your kid can pay for a portion of that, being an athlete and being a good student, okay, it's going to help you in the long run. So, I am honored to be here. I'm honored to be around some of these coaches that I'm around, and I'm going to take advantage of it, and I expect all of you to take advantage of it. Thank you, and have a nice evening.
Thanks, Richie. That was sweet. That was good. Words of encouragement. Appreciate it. Next, we're going to bring to the podium, rather. He's an ex-Michigan State football player, also an NFL alumni, and he's the owner and trainer at We Train Performance, again, out of Arizona. Give it up for Lester Johnson.
Hey, welcome. This is my third year being a part of this Bret Cooper football. Young man, you guys have a lot of people here wanting the best opportunity for you guys. Take full advantage of the opportunities you have in front of you. I'm a personal trainer. They throw out that word NFL. To me, it means not for long. Because I didn't play that long. as I expected, but let me express them to you, young man. If you work hard at everything you do, you give everything 100%, it's your effort. It's not your attitude, it's your effort. If you put forth the effort, you can do anything possible in this world, okay? First thing I like to talk about is making sure you guys eating right, training correctly, and doing all the other proper things that you're supposed to do off the field instead of making mistakes on the field. I try to correct the mistakes that I see guys do through watching film, the things you do at practice, how do you act after practice. Those are what's important to the coaches. And the one thing you guys gotta, take full advantage of, start working out. In order for you to be a college athlete, you need to look like a football player. You can't say that, Coach, I made 3 touchdowns, but you don't look like a football player. If you want to be a football player, look like a football player. Train like a football player, rest like a football player. Do all the things that you need to be the best football player you can be. Also, write down your goals. Pick 5 goals that you know that you can accomplish and write them down so that way you can see the things that you need to push yourself to become or what you want to do, okay? Other than that, you guys have a great opportunity to learn from a bunch of guys that love football. Take heed to all the things that they're teaching you. Listen to the things that they say to you. It's important because later on in life, all these things that we talk about now are lessons that you'll learn to go through in life as a man, a young man, okay? Give 100% in everything you do and be committed, okay? Never ever take no for an answer. And love yourself first. Love your parents, okay? Church is important, yes. All of us love God. Pray, but believe in yourself first, all right? Thank you for having me.
Next person I want to bring up, he's a high school varsity football coach out of North Carolina, 2-time state championship winning coach. And in 5 years, he's had the opportunity to impact 32 kids and get them offers. Out of 32 kids, he had a total of 122 offers issued to those 32. Pretty good numbers. I'm surprised nobody's like, wow. Whose own son has 60 offers. We say wow to that, right? Mr. Robert Washington.
Fellas, first, let's get a round of applause for Bret Cooper. Second, clap it up for your parents or whoever got you here. Third, clap it up for yourselves. I want to know who knows the definition of winning. Who knows what winning is in this room? If you can raise your hand. Don't be shy. Somebody, step up. Brave souls. Success, okay. Hard work. Good answer. Success, hard work. Fellas, listen. Winning is not defined by the scoreboard. Too much we get caught up in the scoreboard on the field. Fellas, winning is about the total athlete. Are you winning at life? You can have a 2.0 with a 4.2, 40, and it won't matter. I can promise you that. They're changing the standards, fellas. They want the total athlete. If you're gonna commit to being great, commit to winning. Commit to winning on and off the field. I can tell y'all this now. I've been to 3 state championships in a row. First year, took over a first-year program called My Island Charter after going to the state championship. We ended up finishing 500, but I learned more in this season than I ever did winning state champions. My boys learned how to fight through adversity, on and off the field, fellas. We went 12-0 one year, 14-0 one year. But fellas, guess what? I'm more proud that I had 21 kids out of 40 kids with a 3.5 or better GPA. That's my definition of winning, fellas. Do not limit yourself by the accolades on the football field. That's not good enough to get you to the next level. I promise you that. Every man on this podium could tell you that's not good enough. When we was going through registration, I was looking at some kids' GPAs. I was like, wow, I didn't care about your highlight. I was looking at your GPA. Believe it or not, fellas, this is what these colleges are looking at. They're coming in. When they come in and ask about my players, I sent 9 seniors to college last year. 9. Not one. The first trip they take is to the guidance office. I promise you. Before they see me, they go straight to the guidance office. And then they come see me. And then if they come see me, the next trip we take is to the guidance office. I can promise you, it's kids with unbelievable talent that I had to break the news to and say, hey, you can't get into the school. So fellas, if y'all got college dreams, win on and off the field. And it starts now. This is the first step, fellas. A lot of y'all in 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 9th grade. It's kids getting offers in the 8th grade. It's kids getting offers in the 7th grade. That's because they're winning on and off the field. They're looking for the total athlete. So today, y'all starting right now. Y'all got a great foundation. Coach Bret Cooper, he's behind y'all. He's giving y'all this opportunity. So fellas, embrace the week. Be thankful for who got you here. And go hard.
That's one of the big things that we want you guys to take away this week. We have some great breakout sessions that's going to be happening during the course of this week. A lot of the things that Coach Washington talked about, academic success, just social influences, how to filter out which ones you should and should not pay attention to, social media responsibility versus irresponsibility. These are all things that we're going to be going through this week. And parents, when we go through these courses, myself and Coach Johnson, we're going to be going specifically during the academic eligibility course and also the social media course. Parents, I definitely invite you to sit in with us. It's a very raw course. Why is it raw? Because life is raw. We can't sugarcoat it. We don't. Our kids are growing up in cookie cut environments, so we're not doing them a favor by watering down what is reality for them. So we definitely encourage you guys to take part in those breakout sessions with your athletes, and we promise to send you home with some executionables that will 100% make a difference from now until the time they walk across stage in their respective graduated year. Next, we have some other athletes in here right now. There's a local arena team called the Dallas Stealth. Do we have any local people here? Anybody from the Dallas immediate area? You guys pay attention to your arena football? You guys heard of the Dallas Stealth? At least one person. Don't put my boy on the spot over here. Huh? Texas Stealth? Yeah. Okay. Texas Stealth. You heard of them? They heard of that. That's what you got. All right. We got two athletes from here. First, let's bring up, we talked about that defensive player. I got a big defensive guy that's over here messing with me. Deshaun Ivey.
How y'all doing? I'm a little nervous, but I'm not. But anyway, though, I just really want to get this off my chest, though. Man, young man, make sure y'all obey y'all mama, man. Y'all daddy too, man, because, I mean, y'all have to understand is that, you know, they're the ones that raised y'all. So y'all gotta respect y'all family, man, because, I mean, if you can't do that, man, you don't have nothing, man. So I just want to tell y'all, man, that I love you all, and then, you know, we all have to get along with each other. So, but man, just respect y'all family, man, and I would love for y'all to come out and see us play. We got a game coming up February 22nd. It's our first preseason game. We played Wichita Nighthawks, and we got another game February 22nd. The 26th. We played the Texas Revolution. We played them in Allen. We would love for you guys to come out and see us play, and that's all I got to say. So, y'all blessed day.
All right, next we have a quarterback, Chris Shimshenko.
All right, close enough on the last name, Simchenko, but you know, Shim, you know, it's okay, that's all right. Anyways, I don't have too much to say, you know, we're all young, still young, we're all young up here, right? Look, just give it all you got this week, you know, like everybody's saying, listen to your parents, go out there, learn as much as you can from these gentlemen. I'm sure they have a lot to teach y'all. Take everything in, be some sponges, soak it all in. Other than that, man, y'all give it a hard week out there, all right? Y'all enjoy it.
Hey, thanks for coming out here, fellas. Sometimes you just got to get straight to the point, and this it was big. They needed that sometimes. You do that. All right, next we have a gentleman who also spent some time in the league. And afterwards, he decided that he wanted to make a larger impact, kind of the same as Lester, other than just being known as a football player, wanted to actually make a thumbprint on young people. So he started an academy, and it's called the Texas Sports Academy, and it's a preparatory school. So we're going to hear a couple words from Mr. Jackie Mitchell.
Can everybody hear me? Hear me? Like you said, we're gonna get straight to the point, but if I may, I don't know if this happened prior to everyone coming in, but for me, I think this is something that needs to be done. I just ask for a moment of silence for those victims that passed away in those Texas tornadoes, if that's all right. So just about 15, 20 seconds, just a moment of silence, and we'll get into it, if you don't mind. Thank you guys for that. Thank you. It won't be long, but I'll try to be effective. Met with the coaches last night, had a great opportunity to speak, great opportunity for fellowship. I read something to the coaches, but I want to read something now to the players that are here and some of the parents that are here. It's called My High School Career is Over. Said that if I had another chance, I would study harder. I would take the ACT and the SAT test serious, complete all my assignments, study for my final exams. I would be a student athlete, not a class clown. Listen to my parents, my teachers, and my coaches. On the field, I would be the hardest worker. I would train harder to be the best. Take advantage of your chances. That's the end of it. When I look around this room, it kind of makes my heart beat a little funny, believe it or not. Because when I was your age, I had nobody to my right or my left in the supportive role that you guys have. So just like every person who's come up thus far, you know, for me, I'm a big proponent of respect elders. So as we gave a round of applause for all our parents, I will continue on that phase. And I just say thank you. I thank you to you parents. I really do. I commend you wholeheartedly because this is what it's about. So many things that could go wrong with our children, and you having your hand on them, knowing where they are, knowing what they're doing, being impactful, mentally, spiritually, and physically. Because presence is everything. Presence is absolutely everything. For me, I really don't like to talk about me, but Bret said I had to. As Chris mentioned, I played professional sports for a total of 8 years between the NFL and CFL. I graduated from Southern University out of Baton Rouge. I transferred to Southern University from University of Pittsburgh. Played defensive back, corner, and linebacker. I retired in 2006 because I didn't want to play anymore. Wasn't hurt. Just lost the love to play the game. In the role of that, something happened to me. I didn't want to deal with football anymore. I didn't play football a long time like a lot of you are sitting in here. I didn't start playing football in 10th grade. 10th grade, I thought football was stupid. I really did. I didn't have any meaning to football meant anything to me. And not to discourage you, but I'm getting to a point when I tell you that. As a student athlete, everyone knows, as the gentleman spoke about, the complete athlete. The complete athlete. What do you define as a complete athlete? And they give out the Heisman Trophy. They say it's the complete athlete. But when I look at statistical wise, it's not the complete athlete. It really, really isn't if you look at it. Because to me this year, I give all the credit to Mr. Henry, but that quarterback in Clemson should have won to me. Because he touched the ball every time. He was 75% of their offense. It's all right. He was voted. He won. Respected. The thing about this game is what I hope you take from anything from this meeting, from these meetings that you'll go in the classrooms. And I have to be careful how I word this. The thing about this game is it will give to you what you put into it. It will give you what you put into it. It really, really will. For myself, I was a kind of a different breed of athlete. I didn't train with nobody. I didn't work out with anybody. I kind of did it on my own. I was more so, I became selfish, but I was self-driven because I had a particular goal that I had to get to. It was a particular stage that I feel like that if I didn't get there, my level of success wasn't complete for me. And for nobody else. I didn't set standards. I didn't care how fast you were. I didn't care how strong you were. I didn't care if you were smarter than me. I didn't care if you were bigger than me, shorter than me. It didn't matter. Because what I set to do is what I set to do. And so I ask you for this week. It's only important to you. It's only important to you. It's going to be somebody bigger than you. It's going to be someone faster than you. It's going to be someone better than you, just flat out better than you. But as he said, it's a continuation of understanding your strengths. You make your strengths stronger and you make your weaknesses that much better. So when you go out there tomorrow and you start practicing and you go into these classrooms, as they stated, take it seriously. Really take it seriously because one of the things that I've learned about this game also, they can be taken from you instantly. Everyone talks about the glorification of make us to the NFL, and I'm grateful. And all these men who played, we're grateful. But you have no idea what it takes to get there. It's not just waking up and going out there practicing on Saturdays. As he stated, it's the nutrition, it's the mental, it's the physical, it's the spiritual, it's your friends, it's your circle. Parents, and sometimes it's us. Understand that. And I'm not trying to downplay anything, it's just being honest. Sometimes we parents want more for our kids than the kids want for themselves. And if that happens, that's when the division happens. Because we can't want more for the child if they don't want it for themselves. I'll tell my child, if you want to be a garbage man, be the best garbage man you can be. Yes, sir. Be the best garbage man you can be. Because it's not about the stars and the lights, because really when those lights go off, the question is who's going to be standing there with you? When those lights turn off and that whistle don't blow no more and you ain't got no water breaks with your guys and you're not in the locker room no more, what you going to do then? Who do you look to then? Because you can only lift weights for so long. You can only run those hills for so long. Your body only can take so much. What you gonna do? I always said education is a component, education is the key. You can't fail by learning. I've never seen a person fail by learning. Show me one. Show me one person you know that's failed by learning. Never happens. One of the things I like to do, I need everyone's cooperation. It's going to take about 6 minutes total, but I need everyone's cooperation. And I like to call this the 3-minute miracle. I do this when I go speak to groups, so I'm going to try this in this group, but I need everyone's cooperation. Everybody with me? I need an answer. Come on. Yes, so this is your 3-minute miracle. I'm going to ask you to do something. The first thing is everybody stand up. And just so you don't think I'm trying to jive or josh or nothing, I'm going to turn my timer on. So we'll be legit on our time. Say I got 1 minute. All right. Jim. All right. Good memory on me. You know. Didn't have to say the whole name. So, in this first minute, this is what I need from everybody in this room. Complete and total cooperation. From the youngest to the oldest to the biggest to the smallest. I need everyone to close your eyes. I'll be the only person in here with my eyes open besides the videographer. I need everyone to close their eyes. While your eyes are closed in this moment, I want you to think of the most important person to you. And I'm going to start the timer. Do not stop thinking about this person for 1 minute. Go. While you're thinking about this person, think about what they mean to you. Think about their sacrifice. Think about everything they've endured with you or for you. Think about everything that you've been through. Whether they're here or whether they've passed, whether they're near, whether they're far. And it's okay if you get emotional. It really, really is. Because I do it every time. Time's up. Everybody open their eyes. Now, believe it or not, you may not believe me, but in that moment, that 1 minute, the most important person to you, as we spoke about, that's the most vulnerable you'll ever be. Sounds crazy, don't it? Sounds crazy, don't it? But if you think about, and I see some eyes getting watery, because I tell my eyes get watery too. But in that 1 minute, you pull something from you, from somebody that means absolutely the world to you. In that moment, that 1 minute, you're the most vulnerable person, because if something happens to that most important person to you, what happens? Shattered. Shattered. Our next one. Exact same thing. I want you to think of the saddest time of your life. The absolute saddest time of your life. Trust me, I'm going somewhere with this. Saddest time of your life. Go. Now, being the saddest time of your life, it could be the loss of a loved one, whatever it may be. But channel the saddest time of your life. And it's okay to get emotional. This game is an emotional game. Someone had their eyes closed. I saw you. believe it or not, that last minute is something you never forget, because you use that and you take that and you hold on to it and you let it propel you to never settle for complacency. Never settle for complacency. Because at your dire need, at the most time, at your most bottom moment, pull from that. And when you pull from that, watch what happens. Because what else can make you get to that point besides that moment? What else can make you just say, I quit, besides that moment? So you use that as fuel, and you use that as power, self-empowerment. As I said, you have to become selfish. You have to become self-driven. And that's when you use that. Everybody understand that? Last one. Give me time to run. Now this one's going to seem kind of crazy. But I want, when you close your eyes this time, I want you to think of the funniest thing you could ever think of. And I want you to try your best to hold your laughter. Think of the funniest thing you can think of, no matter what it is. If you saw your grandfather fall out the chair, if you saw somebody get hit in the face with a snowball, whatever it is, I want you to think of the funniest thing you can think of for 1 minute and try your best to hold it in. Go. Keep thinking. Keep thinking. Keep thinking. Keep thinking. Keep thinking. We got about a few more seconds. Keep thinking. Time. Now this is the craziest thing about this. The craziest thing about the laughter part is it's contagious. It's contagious. No one in this room, or a lot of you may not know now, the next person beside you, am I right? But just because you heard them laugh, push you in another mind frame. Just because you heard this person over here go, oh man. It's contagious. It's absolutely contagious. And the reason I say that is always share. Always share your moments. Always share your joy. You never know what you mean to that next person. You never know how you're going to be looked at by that next person. You never know that next person may be your teammate, may be your boss in the future. Could be somebody that saved your life in an accident. You never know. So always share your joy. You can have a seat. Thank you for that. Thank you. Give yourselves a round of applause. It's crazy, ain't it? It's crazy. I just want to close, if I may. As the coach pointed out about the academia, NC2A has changed. Parents, please educate yourselves. Don't expect the coaches to do it. It's not the coach's job, unfortunately. When you have a coach as the gentleman who's won 3 state championships, that's rare. It's rare, and I commend him, because the coach's job is not to get your child a scholarship. His job is to coach football, believe it or not. And as much as that's a fine line, that's the truth. So many people get it confused and say, well, he didn't get my son, or he didn't get my child a scholarship. True enough, you expect that to happen. But in essence, he was hired to coach a football team, be the leader of the football team. Our jobs as parents is just like you're sitting in these seats. Get involved. Become entrenched. Become educated. Educate yourselves on the process. As he said, 2.0 is pretty much a no-go from here on out, starting next year. Gotta have a 2.3. The core component classes, all of that is changing. So please be aware of that. As far as the testing, gentlemen's pointed out, take the test early. Take it early, get it out the way. So you don't have to worry about it your senior year. You're not taking it 3, 4, 5 times, and you gotta wait till the summer to pass. Don't allow yourself that heartache. Once again, my program is Texas Prep Sports Academy. Our website is tpsasports.com. I'll be here. I'll be assisting with the defensive backs and wherever else they need me. I'm truly honored. I'm privileged to be here. And I thank you guys for your time.
There was a father who liked to do things with his son. And they went on a father-son outing to the circus. Great seats, popcorns, treats, souvenirs, and the elephants came out. And you can just imagine a big circus elephant, just huge, majestic type creature. And the trainer, he controlled the elephant with maybe a rope that is no thicker than this. And his son, being inquisitive like most young men, Dad, how is he guiding that elephant around with just that little skinny piece of rope, that skinny piece of rope? How is he guiding him around? Can't the elephant break it if he wants to? The father, not knowing the answer to the question, said, you know, son, afterwards, let's see if we can't get down to the trainer and ask that question. So after the circus was over, the father took his son by the hand and they walked down to the center ring and was able to talk to the elephant trainer. And the father introduced his son and said, my son has a question for you that I'm unable to answer. And so he asked me, he said, excuse me, that elephant, he's huge. How are you able to guide that elephant around without him trying to get away? If that elephant really wanted to break it, wouldn't he break it? And the trainer said, if he really wanted to break it, he probably could, but he won't. The reason he won't is because I've had this elephant since the day that he was born. And as soon as this elephant was born, I put this skinny piece of rope around his neck. So when he was a baby, I could snatch him off his feet with this. But as he got older, he noticed that the same piece of rope was around his neck. So psychologically, he knew that he couldn't challenge that rope. So he just didn't. So my question to you guys, to parents, what rope have we placed around our young student athletes' neck from the time that they were young that they are afraid to challenge? What things do they encounter in their daily lives that they probably would make different decisions about? Maybe even very positive decisions to make us very proud. But because we placed this rope around their necks since they were young, they dare not challenge it. Student athletes, in your daily lives, what rope has been placed around your neck? Is it that math test on Friday where you know I'm just not good at math, I just want to pass it? Or is it that sport that you really want to play, but you're afraid to go out because you just don't think that you're that good? What restrictions have we placed on ourselves that's stopping us from advancing, that's stopping us from being a person that we can't actually be? So one thing I want to challenge everybody with, I want you to identify what that is. Parents, what restrictions have we even placed on our own children that's stunning their growth? And I challenge you to just for a second, to take the leash off. And you might just be surprised at the decisions your kids make. But athletes, I tell you, don't make a liar out of me. If they give you that room, you better be responsible with it. You better use it for for something positive. Use it to grow. Because there's a lot out there. This game of football will open up a lot of doors, and I'm not even talking about the NFL. I honestly, this might sound callous, but I do not care if any of you guys play NFL football. I don't care. But what I do say is, pimp this game and get yourself an education. Just like pimp this game and get, the same way the colleges pimp these athletes, the same way these colleges pimp these athletes and make millions and millions and millions of dollars a year, and the coaches can't help the athletes who not eating. You better eat. You better eat. Use this game. And don't get stuck on going to a D1 school and all that other crap, because you know what? D2, D3, NAIA, guess what? They walk across the stage just like D1. So with that being said, I'm gonna bring up one of my Cali boys. This is one of my buddies out of Central California. Ex-football player, played for Boise State University. Long time ago. That was before the turf was blue. No, he been messing with me all day, and I told him, you don't mess with the one that has the microphone. You know? But I'm going to bring him up here, so oh well. All right, and also, he's the executive director of the California State All-Star Game called the Cal State Game. Let's put your hands together for my homie, Garrett Terrell.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 2016 Bret Cooper All-American Game. If everyone can, I would like everyone to give Bret Cooper a round of applause. I'd just like to say, I've been running these games for a long time, and Bret Cooper's the one I like to call Bret the grandfather of All-American games. People don't understand that, back in 2009, I got a phone call from Bret Cooper when he was with FBU, and he said, hey, we got an All-American game that we want to start, and asked me to come on the board with a lot of other guys. And, since then, we were able to start the Cal State game and do some other good things for kids, and one of the things is, you guys, I just want to leave you guys with this message. Understand what this opportunity is about. This is a mentor opportunity for a lot of us coaches to be able to teach your kids and help you guys grow as athletes. Understand that, I know tomorrow when the rosters hit and people get to that first practice, people are going to be like, my son was a running back, why is he not a running back? My son was a quarterback, whatever. And, the bottom line is, every kid in this room was hand-selected by Bret Cooper to be here. Understand that this is a privilege and an opportunity that you guys need to be able to take as a training tool. Take this opportunity. Some of you guys are strengths. You guys are going to get out here, you're going to shine, and some of you guys are going to come out here and you're going to get exposed. Every last one of you are going to have some weaknesses exposed. Take those opportunities to get back, train hard, and get ready for high school. Okay, because I tell you guys right now, just like all these speakers have spoke, we've all been there and we've all done it. I've had to be flexible. When I was a fullback in high school, and I went to Allen Hancock Junior College because they said I was undersized. And when I got there, the coach said, hey, I want you to be a tight end. I ended up having to move to a tight end position, and then the following year, I ended up being a defensive end, and then that was my ticket. I was an All-American at defensive end for junior college, had the #1 defense in the state of California, and then Boise State came in and gave me a scholarship. And then here I am thinking that, going to D1, I had to get big and strong and all this like everyone else. So I started putting all these weight gainers and all this stuff in me, and I gained all this weight, and I get up there and I realize that the coaches really wanted me to play linebacker. So you don't never know. The coaches are looking for athletes. And if you cannot get that in your head that you have to be versatile in this game, because people go down and the need of the team is more important than anyone. Because I'm going to tell you right now, any of these guys that's been recruited, once they get you, after they've had that dinner at your mom's table and promised you the world, you ain't nothing but a number. Okay, so you walking down the hallways and the same coach that sat at your parents' table will walk past you and won't say a word to you. Okay, I had that happen many a times. And so you got to understand that you get on the field however you can get on the field. And you know, all these coaches right here are going to be out there. We're going to work hard with these boys. And this experience is basically for us to be able to give you guys an opportunity to showcase why you've trained, all the athleticism you have, all the training that you put in, everything you've done this year. We want you guys to come out here and perform on a big stage. So we're going to be there for you guys. I just want to make sure you guys understand that, you know, the fact that you're here is a blessing. So make sure you guys understand that. Okay? Thank you guys.
It's funny that he was talking about how, you know, the coach that you end up seeing the first day of practice is not the coach that sat in your mama's living room. And I'm just gonna mess with my oldest son back there with hi Kalon, raise your hand. It was funny when he first graduated from high school and was talking to his college coach, you know, he was just talking about how nice of a guy he was and how everything was cool. It was just a great relationship. And after the first day of practice, I asked him, I said, hey, how was practice? He was like, Dad, I didn't know Coach C cursed like that. He was like, every other word out of his mouth is F this, F that, F this, F that. And it is 100% different. And you gotta know that. You gotta know that when coaches come talk to you, they're doing a song and dance. They're just like a pharmaceutical salesperson. They're selling their product and hope that you buy. But you gotta do your job because you don't always have to buy if there's not a need for their product. You can be picky as well. There's no need to be desperate. Just know that. It's about the right fit all the way around. I'm gonna bring somebody else to the stage. They say everything is bigger in Texas, and evidently the Texas Stealth, they roll pretty deep because they got another one of their boys here. He's a motivational speaker for the program. And I heard through the rumor mill he has some football experience in his background, some wide receiver experience in his background. I might have to put some cleats on and see if I can bump him off the line one time. All right, everybody put your hands together for Avell McCloud. You don't want this, bro. Those first 3 yards are poke. After that, you got it.
How y'all doing this evening? Great. I just wanted to piggyback a little bit from what everybody has said and just kind of chit-chat real quick. The first important thing is the education part. Like he said, you don't have to go D1. I'm a proud NAIA college graduate from Langston University up in Oklahoma. We got 2 conference championship rings. I don't got them with me, but they're pretty big. There's 2 of them, by the way. But no, seriously. The thing is, it's funny because just like all these coaches and people have told you about different things, you know, my journey through college and, you know, professional athletics has been kind of rocky. Obviously, I'm probably the smallest speaker you have met this evening. But and that was one thing that was told to me by my stepfather. He said, hey, you know, you probably won't grow too much bigger, so you always have to have something to prove or show better than the other athlete, and that was speed for me. I run, and I've been clocked to run a 4.3240. Like I said, it's just blessed in my family to be fast. My brother, he is at Texas right now. He actually broke Jeremy Running's record in the 400. His name is Aldridge Bailey Jr. Like I said, it's just one of those things that we've always been told to about. But the main thing I want to talk to is for, you know, for all the kids out here, you guys have been selected, and this is an amazing thing. When you guys go out to practice in a couple of days or tomorrow, you know, have fun. That's one thing that I was always talked to about, was to have fun. You know, football is, again, a fun sport. It can be very emotional at times, but the most emotional thing that you can bring to football is having fun. I was always told if you're not having fun doing it, then you need to stop doing it at that moment in time. I continue to play football because I still love the game. After I graduated from Langston University, I did have a couple of small stints with a couple of arena football teams. I was blessed to actually work out for the New York Jets a couple of times. I've had a couple of injuries that kind of derailed that a little bit, but that goes back to the educational part of it. With my education, I was able to, you know, work out a good job. Matter of fact, that's where I was coming from now. That's why I dress, you know, like this. So, but you guys have fun tomorrow and throughout the rest of the week. Stay warm. I know it's a little chilly outside. Y'all just missed the good weather. It was here last week. I think y'all brought the bad weather with us. No, but seriously though, you know, even if, like he said, even if you guys don't go to the NFL, don't count that out. You know, you still have Canada, you still have indoor. You know, I personally like indoor a little bit better than outside because of the fact that, one, I don't like the cold. Two, no, I'm just kidding, but two, man, is because how close I am with you guys now, that's how close arena football is to their fans. Literally before every snap of the play, I can look at you and give you a high five. You know, I can talk to you, I can joke with you before a play. I'm not going to, but, you know, just because of the fact that I'm close enough to do it, I can. But at the end of the day, you know, having fun is the best thing you can do in this football game. Also, protect yourself. Be smart. You know, if you, and this is something like he stated earlier, you know, football opens many doors. It's a common sense game as well, and it helps you with common sense as well. And if I'm repeating anything that any of the other speakers have said, it's just that means that it's very important. The main thing, like I stated earlier, or like he stated earlier, was use the game like the game uses you. Because every day when you train for this game, you got to wake up early, you got to lift weights, you got to run, you got to do this, you got to do that. Why don't you let that game take you and you use that? You know, getting a free education was something my mom was happy about. She didn't have to come out of pocket for any of her children, me, my brother, or my sister. You know, so take that, run with it. You know, I'm gonna be excited to see you guys out there. Again, I play receiver and I play DB. You know, nowadays it doesn't matter how big you are, how small you are, how fast you are. If you can play, they're gonna find a way to get you on that field. Period, point blank. Just like the gentleman said over there, he came in playing fullback, went to fullback to tight end, then went to DN, and ended up they went in to play linebacker. Hey, you never know. I've always been small, so I've always been a running back or a receiver or a corner. You know, but I promise you, if you see me, you won't think I'm small. You'd be like, oh, he got something. But at the end of the day, like I said, have fun, enjoy yourselves. Again, you guys were all picked. This is exciting. I was very excited when they told me about this, and I can't wait to see some of you guys in action. Thanks.
We have someone else coming. We got a lot of guys that just want to come talk to you guys. And it may seem like it's a lot, and just like you say, you may hear some of the same stuff, but in a different message. And the message means something different to each one of us that are up here. We all have our own paths. We have our own journeys that it took to get to this point. And if we can share some of those things with you guys, so that maybe you don't have to go through some of the same journeys or same experiences that we went through, to help make yours a little bit easier, that's what our whole intention is doing. So I hope, even if you only just pick up one thing during this time, it has been very well worth it, and we count it a victory. So we're going to bring another coach to the stage, Mr. Farasi Norman. Is he here? Good evening.
Good evening. Microphone. I can speak loud. Can everybody hear me? If you can't hear me, raise your hand. I don't need a microphone. My name is Farasi Norman. Like one of before me, I'm a proud graduate of Langston University. I was excited when he said Langston because I love Langston. I'm like, Langston, LU, what's up, baby? I was like, whoa, Langston, okay, here we are. So anyway, everyone's already given enough claps for Bret Cooper. I want to say, Bret, I thank you. I appreciate this. Ray Hardy, good friend of mine, told me about this game several months back. Okay, and I said, whoa, what did you name the name? What did you say the name of? Oh, we had a conversation. I said, what did you say the name of that game was? He said, the academic. I said, stop right there. I said, how can I be a part of that? He said, well, call Bret. I said, I called Bret. I don't know the man. We didn't meet till yesterday. And I said, can I speak to a Bret Cooper? He said, this is me. I said, my name is Farasi Norman.
We have a mutual friend named Ray Hart. He said, oh, I know Ray, that's my guy. I said, Mr. Cooper, I understand you have a game called the Academic All-American. He said, yeah. I said, sir, I have 16 years of coaching experience. I've been a head coach for 8 years. I'm 28 and 7. I've coached indoor football, Division II, NAIA, junior college, college prep. I've built several programs from the ground up. Can I please be a part of that? And he chuckled a little bit and he said, sure, Farasi. And I said, oh, thank you. Thank you. Why did I want to be a part of this game? Because the first part, the title, academic. I've coached an All-American game before. I've coached an All-Star game. I've taken kids to Mexico City, Cancun, Canada. Like I say, I've coached in the States before. I played the game. But the part academic excited me. Why? Because I wasn't very studious when I was your age. I wasn't. School didn't interest me. Really didn't. I could run fast. I could jump high. I could fight well. I grew up in the hood. So, I did hood things. But I was always, when you open up the paper, there I was. But school didn't interest me. Really, it didn't. I had a mother, don't know my father. My mom, she had 4 kids, so she was trying to do her best to raise everybody. I was in the hood. I was on the block. Hanging out, 10, 11, 12. Mom said, come on when the streetlights come on. I come on when I want to come on. I was that kid. But when football came around, I was there first. When basketball came around, I was on the court first. When track season came around, I was on the track first. Ding, 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 time to go to class. I was the last one to show up to class. That's the honest truth. I came in late, had my shades on, had my hat on. I sat in the back, I didn't sit up front. I hollered at all the ladies, what's up, baby? What's up? What's up? That was me, really. School didn't interest me because you couldn't have told me I wasn't going D1. What? Come on, man, I'm the fastest in the state. I jumped out the gym. And you want to go to the locker room, one of us will go back to class, one was going to the hospital. Figure out which one that is. That's how I got down. I'm a hood guy. School didn't interest me, really, really it didn't. I went to school, the homeboys was at school, and the girls was at school. That's why I went to school. I did the subpar. I did enough to make a 2.0 because I know a 2.0 would make you eligible. And that's what I did. That's what I did. I barely got through. I didn't take my ACT to my senior year. I hurt myself. I was the guy that was running up and down the block with the football, the basketball, the boxing gloves around his neck. I didn't want to knock on the door and say, I'll use my friend Lester here. Mr. Johnson, can Lester come outside? I see Lester's got a test on Monday, he's studying. Oh, wow. Ooh. We'll see you later, Les. So I'm going to the gym, I'm gonna shoot, because that's what I do. Or I'm gonna throw the football, or I'm gonna go find somebody to throw the football with, or I'm gonna do something other than open my math book. I'm gonna do something other than learn how to spell correctly, because it didn't interest me. I was no dummy. But I knew sports was my way out. So I thought. No one told me in the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, hey, everything you do now will affect you when you're 35 and 40. I'm 43. I didn't get serious about my academics until I was a junior at Langston University. We had a professor named Dr. Miss Montgomery who came to me. She was a psychology teacher. I was taking summer classes, and she says, you're a pretty smart guy. Maybe you should be a turnover psychologist. And I said, well, man, I just transferred in from a junior college. I'm really supposed to be at USC, because I had that kind of talent, but I had no kind of grades. So she stared at me and she says, well, why don't you just start going to tutoring more, and here at Langston, we'll help you because we want to see you succeed. I said, you do? Whoa. I've been going to school since I was 7, 8 years old. I ain't never had a teacher say, I want to see you succeed. So now I got one that says, hey, I want to see you succeed. So that kind of excited me to say, okay, cool. On top of, I was still doing my thing on football. But now I get somebody who's going to push me to be a little better. Academics didn't excite me. It really, really did until I was a junior in college. I commend you mothers and fathers who sit at the dinner table with your child and do your books. I commend you kids, academic, All-American. You trump the regular All-American. You trump the high school, college, the Heisman. You got an academic, which means you're headed from here to a great high school, wherever you may be at. From there, you're gonna go to Stanford or Cal Berkeley. When I was younger, we laughed to go to school. Now Stanford, Cal Berkeley, some of the best schools in the country when it comes to football. We were like, where you gonna go when you little? Stanford? You forget about it, I'm going to SC or Texas. That was us in the hood. Really, that was us in the hood. But now, we all dying to get to Stanford or Cal Berkeley. Wanted to go to Miami, Florida State, Texas, USC. Nothing wrong with those schools. But they don't compare to Stanford or Cal Berkeley. And they don't compare to the Ivy League. Harvard, Columbia, Princeton, Brown, great schools, great education. That's where some of you are headed now. So I envy you. Farasi Norman, 43 years old, head football coach, business owner, envy some 14, 15-year-olds because you're much ahead of the game than I ever was. Thank you. I got 20 nieces and nephews, and I stay on their butts. Don't bring me a 2-0. You can't get enough uncle's money. And I ain't got a lot of it, but whatever I have, they know I will give. But you got to bring me a 3-something, because you got to be better than me. I did the 2. And see where I'm at. I did the 2. I did the 2-2. I did the 2-3. No. So moms, dads, thank you. Thank you. That 3-5, that 3-6, whoa. I had a young lady in high school. I'm from New Mexico, Albuquerque, not prejudiced. I was dating this white girl in high school. My senior year, her mom came to me and says, Frosty, I will help you study for ACT. I was too cool to study. I'm too cool to study because I'm still thinking no matter what, I'm the best. Huh? Who do it like me? When you open up the paper on Sunday, whose name you see? Farasi's. When you come to the game, who they cheering for? Farasi. I loved all that. But this woman said, I will help you study. And I didn't even go take time. Now, I wish we could go back in time because I think she would go to her dinner table 6 weeks in a row. But I didn't. I got a 15 on my ACT, so I had to go to junior college route. I went to Scottsdale Community College in Arizona. Loved it. Had a blast. But I had a blast because I'm 18 years old. I'm on my own. I got my own apartment. I stayed in Tempe. I don't know if some of you guys are familiar with Tempe, but that's where Arizona State is at. Okay? I stayed right down the street on University and Harding. 2 blocks away from me was Mill Avenue. Mill Avenue is like 6 blocks long with clubs on each side. And they're free. Whoa. I'm from the ghetto, so when you say free, we pay attention. Okay? So, instead of getting up and going to class, math, science, history, I got a second chance at a junior college. That's what a junior college is. Nothing wrong with junior college, but it's a second chance. Still, didn't take preference, because Arizona State is right there. So as I'm driving, and did I mention I had a Cadillac on them things with 2 12s in the back? Okay. And I used to wear my hair long like Snoop Dogg and ponytails and braids. Huh? What? And I kept it swole. I weighed about 202. What? Then, I'm a little heavy now, but you know. Hey. So I'm driving, and I see the girls, they see me, and I'm honking, they waving, and so I didn't make it to class. Hey? Whose fault was that? It wasn't her fault, because all she did is wave. That was my fault, because I said, you want to ride? And she said, yeah. I said, we ride. Should have went to class. Should have taken advantage. Like you were doing. I thank you. I commend you. I am envious of you. In case you don't know what envy means, it means I'm jealous. I'm 43 and I'm jealous of a 15-year-old because you doing what I did not do. You studied. You pay attention to your parents. I wasn't a bad child. I didn't disrespect my mom. I come from that era when we got our butts whooped if we did that. So I said yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am. And my grandma, she did a great job of raising me. Rest in peace, grandma. You know, but still, I was a little boy. And when the homies was on the block, Frost was on the block. And when the homies did something wrong, Frost did something wrong. More likely, I probably led the charge. That was what I did. But once again, no one said, at 15, 16, 17, will affect 35, 42, and 43. If I should take care of it now. Because once again, I said, come on, man, what you talking about? I'm 4'3", and a 40. I'm 10'2", and 100. I can do 5'7" and a half, 190 pounds, and I jump up and dunk. What? So, algebra what? Come on, man. I don't need that. Turn the film on. Look at that. Look at that. Uh-oh, he came through, he shook, he stiff armed. Oh, don't go 80. Don't go. Oh, he went 80 on him. Oh, wow. But then someone in the background had to say, what? What'd you get on your math test? Shut up, fool. Seriously, that was me. Take advantage of what's going on right now. Youngsters, I envy you. I wish someone would have choked me. Someone would have said, come here. And I don't care how tough you are, how swole you is, and how many red rags you got in your pocket. I'm about to whoop your butts. Because you got a talent, and you can go far, but you want to be hard-headed. I didn't have that. I didn't have that. So when Ray called me and said, hey, Frost, I'm about to coach in this game called the Academic, I started and said, whoa, what'd you say the name was? I called Bret and I said, buddy, please, let me be a part of your game. Hey, I don't care if you want me to offense, defense, special team. If you want me to tie shoes for the game, please just let me be a part of the academic All-American Bowl. And he said, come on in. So I'm here. And I'm honored to stand in front of you and tell you my story. Be better than me, which you already are. Moms and dads, continue doing what you're doing. Because trust me when I tell you, school is expensive. School is expensive, but you're on the right track. Do not laugh at Stanford and Cal Berkeley. Want to go to Stanford and Cal Berkeley. Want to go to Harvard, Princeton, Yale, Brown. That's where you're headed. That's where you're headed. I played junior college ball, and I played small college ball. And I love it all. I wouldn't change nothing. Except I would have been a better student. I could run a football. I was an option quarterback. I was short. I was an option quarterback until I got to college, and they moved me to running back, which is no big deal because an option quarterback is a running back if you know the game. So that wasn't a big transition. Defensively, I played free safety, and I was a big Ronnie Lott fan because you probably don't know, but he was born and raised in Albuquerque, where I'm from. So I was a big Ronnie Lott fan. So my motto was, if you came across the middle, this before they started pacifying the game, your helmet was coming off, so I was going to knock it off. I was making sure I did everything right. Then I'd stand up, I'd flex, I'd point the little cheerleader, they'd point back, because that was me. But when the young lady's mom said, I will help you study for your ACT, I said, okay, ma'am, and I walked the other way. I walked the other way. So once again, thank you for allowing me to stand in front of you, show you my story. You're on the right track. You're ahead of the game. Academic All-American. You trump just being I'm not just an All-American, I'm an academic. Get mine right, huh? Starts with the A. The A. First letter of the alphabet. You on the right road. You on the right road. Continue to do what you're gonna do. You heard Mr. Johnson say, work out. I love the weight room. Push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, water bags, hit the weights. In high school, true story. Go to math, and I wouldn't, teacher taking a roll, Johnny, Lucy, Maria. Anybody seen Frosty? Well, he was here this morning. Somebody go to the weight room. Go in the weight room. Frosty, she said you gotta come to class. I got another set. So I would rather go to the weight room than go get my math. I'd rather go to the weight room than to go to tutoring. I'd rather hang in the hood with the homies than to have this woman who drove up and said, I will help you study for your ACT. Who knows how differently my life could have been. John Smith came to have dinner at my table, like Coach said. You heard the man. He was the head coach at USC back then before he went to Missouri. Had dinner with me, my aunt, and my uncle. I'm excited. There's only two schools I wanted to go to, USC or Texas. There were only two I thought about. USC, I knew I was going to one of those two. I knew that. You couldn't have told me that. It would have had a physical confrontation if you'd have said, you're not going to go to a junior college. What? Come outside with me. No, I'm not going outside with you. Come outside with me. Because I know I'm not going to a junior college. Once again, put the film in. Look at that. Put him in the slot. Shake him, get up, feel, tug. What? What? Yes. Cross what you get on your math test. Shut up, man. Cross what you get on your ACT. Oh, here we go. I'm still going D1. I'm going major college. What you talking about? I'm about to be on the cover of Sports Illustrated. No. Because it starts in the classroom. Actually, it starts at home with mom and dad saying, get up, let's go to school. And when you come from school, it says, let's sit down at your dinner table. Open up them books. See, in my neighborhood, it was mixed with blacks and Hispanic. So if you had a book bag on, we called you a schoolboy. Ah, look at me, schoolboy. So I put my book bag in the back. So I went to schoolboy. It was time to do the science test, and you see some of the kids with their glasses on and the pocket protectors. We laughed at that guy. We laughed at that guy, really. Look at that boy right there. Science project come around. First, you got your science project? Yeah, I got it. It's in my locker. Can I go get it? And I would never come back to class because that's who I was. I was, quote unquote, cool. So I thought, but I was only hurting myself. To this day now, when I see that lady, I say, ma'am, I want to thank you for when I was 16 and you came and told me, Frosty, come to my house, I'll help you study. But I overlooked you because I did not know at that time I wasn't going to SC or Texas. That 40 time, that 100 time wasn't going to get me there. It was something else. Academics. Academics get you there. That's who I was. That's what I did. I hurt myself. But I told myself a long time ago, when I started coaching, make sure you give them young men everything you didn't get. Make sure you inquire about the academics. Lester Johnson, I met him on the phone years back in '07 when I first started New Mexico Prep Sports Academy. I had a college prep program. He called me. He says, Coach, I'm going to send you some great kids with me. And I said, buddy, that's fine, but I want to talk about the academic side. Because I got to be able to give these young men what I didn't get. And my boys will tell you, when we're in stretching on drills, I say, hey, what's up today? We go to class? Yes, sir. Good. That's how I start off. Did we go to class? You see, I didn't get that. I got, ready for Saturday, Coach, I'm ready. I don't care about game day. I'm going to get you ready. That's my job, to get you ready to play. Because I like winning too much to lose. So you're going to be prepared. I want to make sure academically, are we okay? So I tell moms and dads, every 2 weeks, I'm going to send you a progress report. I need it to say A, B. So they can say, Coach Norman told us the truth. He was going to stay on you. He's going to make sure you get what I didn't give you. I'm going to make sure I give you what I didn't get. That's the kind of coach I am. You could be 6'6", 325. Hey, I love that because I like to run the ball. But if you're not going to class, you're not going to play for me. Coach, I'm All-American. I got Auburn calling me. I don't care. Because I had SC and Texas calling me. And no one stayed on me to say, keep going. Get it done. Academically. See, I didn't hear that word. Academically. I heard get ready for Saturday, get ready for game day. You know, used to practice Max Johnson, the no-look pass, the sky hook, you know, basketball season. I already knew I was fast. I'd get out there and get in shape. I knew I was going to outrun everybody. Those things I knew. What I didn't know was algebra 1 and 2. I didn't know chemistry. I didn't know biology. I didn't know those because I wasn't interested. You are, so I thank you. And I envy you. Take it from someone who could have been there. I look at the Reggie Bushes, and I look at the Martin Layards, the Matt Leinarts, and all those guys who are at SC. I'm still an SC fan to this day. And sometimes I cry. Because I'm saying, Frost, that was supposed to be you. But no, you want to hang in the hood. You want to be cool. You want to ride and lean in the caddy with the windows down and lean, wave with the little girl, and they lay back. So you stop and say, get in, let's ride, instead of taking you up to class. So now, I'm not the cool coach. We ain't rubbing hands and rubbing elbows because I'm in your face. I'm like, did we go to school today? I'm going to check. Well, you better make sure you went to class, otherwise you ain't going to be here very long. You're not playing on Saturday. Because my mom coming in from Georgia. Hey. No. You have to be better than Coach Norman. You have to be. Otherwise, I failed. In 4 years, I helped 300 young men move on to 4-year university. 25 of my guys went Division I-A, 3 of them in the NFL. One of them named Teldrick Morgan that New Mexico State is considered one of the best receivers in the country. That's what makes me excited now. Like the other guy said, I don't ever care if my boys go to the NFL, and I tell them that up front. Fellas, I don't care. What I want to see is you be a doctor, lawyer, high school principal, college president, owner of a window. That's what I get excited about when my boys call me, hey coach, I'm about to get this job as general manager. Good job. Hey coach, I'm up for assistant principal at this high school. Hey, congratulations buddy, I always knew you had it in you. That's what I do now. That's what I want to see. Yeah, sure. I love to see him on the NFL. When I see Marissa, or I see Johnny, or the other kid that came from I can't think of his name, 6'7", 300 pounds, came from Central Florida in my program. He's with the Jackson Jaguars. I see, that's my guy right there. But still, I'm happy for them. Zach Bowman, I recruited him from Alaska, from New Mexico military. Now he plays with the Giants. $40 million contract he signed a couple years ago. He called me, Coach, thank you, because he was in Alaska and I went to go get him. I said, no, buddy, thank you. Because from the New Mexico military, he went to Nebraska. He graduated, then he went and played for the Bears, now he's with the Giants. Coach Norman, thank you. No, thank you for the degree. Thank you for the degree. I appreciate everything you do. Always be successful. Always thank your parents. And keep academics first. I'm Coach Norman from Albuquerque, New Mexico, proud graduate of Langston University.
I know you guys heard them yelling LU back and forth when he came up. That's not a gang chant, nothing like that. Even when he's talking about the ponytails and Cadillac, it's cool. You're good, you've been vetted, so don't worry about it. But thanks a lot, Coach. We appreciate it, man. All right. Just kind of want to go over the itinerary for what the rest of the week is going to look like. So tomorrow, fellas, is going to be an early day. Breakfast is going to be from 7 to 8. All right? What time is breakfast going to be, players? There will be team meetings from 8 to 9. So we'll start off in here, and then either we'll have a group team meeting or we'll break out. But nonetheless, everything starts in here. So what time do your team meetings start? 8. The team buses depart from the hotel at 9:45. Right out front from the main entrance. The buses will take you guys to the facilities. What time do the buses take off? 9:45. That does not mean come downstairs at 9:45 at all. That does not mean that. We should be ready to go stage no later than 9:30, 9:35. With the meetings being over at 9, that's enough time to go up to your room, grab your gear, do whatever you need to do to be downstairs ready to go, because we want to load up on the buses and go. It's about a half hour, 35 minutes drive from here to the practice facility. Parents, you're more than welcome to follow the buses over. We just ask that when you guys get to the practice facility, please trust the coaches and do not step on the practice field. You guys can stay along the perimeter and take pictures and do whatever you like. We'll be preparing these athletes to put on a great show for you guys on the 2nd. So we're gonna need your babies for about 4 hours, and I promise we'll give them back. They may be a little tired and sore, but they'll be all right. The practice will go from 11 to 3. Once we come back here, the kids will have a break from 3 to 7, and we'll have team classes from 7 to 9. And again, as of right now, everything will be inside of this room. And all players are to be in their rooms by 10 p.m. On Wednesday, everything is the same, except the end of the evening, there's going to be a Hawaiian luau from 9 to 11, and then an after party at 11 o'clock. All right? Probably not the after party like a lot of you guys are used to. It's not going to be that kind of after party. No after party? All right, let's just say no after party. So that means the night shut down at 11. Ain't no all. Ain't no all. Because your butt got to be up at 8 o'clock on Thursday.
You here to play football or dance?
All right, turn it up. Which one you want to do? You want to go to school there in Sadie Hawkins? On Thursday, team breakfast at 8 to 9, team meeting from 9 to 10. The buses will depart, and this is a tentative time. I know the Cotton Bowl is later, so we'll update everybody on a Thursday schedule, all right, as far as when we'll leave and that sort of thing for the Cotton Bowl. So let's just put an asterisk by that one. We'll revisit that one later. On Friday, January 1st, team breakfast from 8 to 9. There will be a prayer service from 9 to 10:30 for everybody that is interested. Don't feel obligated or obligated or uncomfortable, but it will be here. Buses will depart again at 11:30 a.m. The final team practice will be from 12 to 3. All players are to wear their full bowl game uniform. So that last day of practice, you will wear your full uniform, all right? Full uniform. The team pictures, we'll do the team pictures. They'll do a final walkthrough. Then that evening, there's a pre-banquet check-in from 6 to 7. So here's the thing for the banquet. I don't know how many of you guys came prepared for a true banquet attire, but one thing that I hold mandatory is we have to start acting like we're already successful. And part of that is how we dress. So specifically for the athletes, we're not coming in t-shirts, we're not coming in jeans or sweats. Hopefully you guys pack some, at least a collared shirt, at minimum, a collared shirt. Get used to it, because if you stay on this path, there's gonna be a lot of opportunities, a lot of doors open. So you might as well learn how to dress up for success, all right? But if you didn't pack for it, that's fine. Just remember next time that we wanna dress for success. So there'll be a pre-banquet check-in from 6 to 7. The All-American Awards banquet will go from 7 to 10, at which point the night is over. Team breakfast Saturday, And the first team departs from the hotel at 8 a.m. for the first bowl game. All right? Does anybody have any questions to this point? Any questions for me to this point? Yes, sir.
The last practice, are we gonna wear what we're gonna wear to the game, or just like the jersey and pants?
It's full team pick, full game uniform. Yes, ma'am.
Do you know which grades are playing first game, second game, and then will it be streamed live?
Yes, it will be streamed live. It's 6th, then the 7th, 8th, and 9th.
Stream live how?
Via the internet.
Via the internet.
Yeah, what I meant is there.
We'll give you the information.
Yeah, as we get closer, that'll be something that we'll get out for you guys.
Thank you.
Not a problem. Sir.
Coach, you referenced the Cotton Bowl game. It's going to be a late game. Kids are going to be past their curfew. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'll give them a pass for that night. I'll give them a pass for that night. They'll be okay. Ma'am.
Do they come down dressed at breakfast, or do they get dressed?
Honestly, I don't care if they come down dressed for breakfast or not, just as long as they're in line at the bus at 9:30. So if they need to get dressed, whatever they need to do.
So for the practices starting tomorrow, do they wear pads or are they just wearing like sweats?
Full gear.
Full gear, just not uniform.
Full uniform, because we're gonna be hitting, we're gonna be making contact because we only have a couple days to get ready for Saturday. So we're going in. We're going in. We're gonna have some fun. Little man didn't have nothing fun. How you know? He was asking about the New Year's party. Oh, you ready to go? You ready to go? It's all good, sir.
Don't practice inside, but they dress warm.
So there's an indoor practice facility, and then there's the actual game field, which is outside. So with all the teams being inside, there's I won't say we're limited on space, but all the teams are inside. So there may be a point to where teams want to go outside and go over some drills. So just know that there's the opportunity for an indoor or outdoor practice. So be prepared. That's all I can say. Be prepared, because I know for our 8th grade squad, we will go outside and spend a little bit of time in the cold because I want to get acclimated to it. I'm a California boy, so this cold is just ridiculous. I can't. I got to practice. Coach Lester said, rub yourself down with Vaseline, that'll help break your windshield. It's that country right there. She rub it down with some Crisco. That is going to be it's either going to be tomorrow during the 7 to 9 time, or the Wednesday 7 to 9 time. I think we're going to go ahead and get that out of the way. Sorry. Tomorrow we'll do the academic social media portion.
Just a real quick clarification on the college game and the gala. I know that there's some associated with that part. The kids, are they free and the parents have to pay for the gala? How does that work out?
Yes, the kids are taken care of. That's part of their registration. The kids are taken care of. They'll be chaperoned by Bret Cooper staff. And then, yes, parents, if you want to attend, then you would just have to get tickets on your own, yes.
Oh, we get them on our own?
You can get them through Cooper. Oh, Cooper Seller? So, yeah, we can get them to Cooper then.
For the bowl game and the game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Mr. Little.
Those practice jerseys that was in the bag, were there to wear for practice, or they were?
Yes, if everybody should have received their practice jerseys. So yes, wear your practice jerseys that was issued.
Can you please identify who the big red coaches are?
Okay, what we'll do is, after this, we're gonna do a coach meet and greet. So yeah, we'll identify who the coaches are. All right, I'm gonna do this last one, and then I'm gonna bring up this very quick.
Okay, so we're going to have a chance to exchange some of the uniforms between.
When you get with your coaches and your teams, then we have the opportunity to do that.
So the practice, you can wear another practice jersey?
If something doesn't fit, yeah. All right, real quick, we're gonna go ahead. We have a special guest that's come to spend some time with us. I know he was kind of on time, so we want to strap for time, so we want to go ahead and get him taken care of. This gentleman that you see walk in, he's wearing Lester's Michigan State.
I'm wearing his stuff. I'm wearing his stuff. He was one of my big dudes.
He was a second-round pick in the NFL draft. He's played and won 3 Super Bowls with the Dallas Cowboys. And he's come out here because he wanted to spend time with these athletes and say some words of encouragement. Everybody, please help me welcome Mr. Dixon Edwards.
Yeah, well, I guess that's close enough. Well, thank you very much for inviting me. Like I've told everybody, I'm really not a stand up in front of the crowd kind of guy of talking. So I'm more of an interacting kind of person. So I'm gonna be staying around and kind of interacting with you. And if anybody has any questions or anything like that they would like to talk to me about, or bounce some of the things in their career path that are similar to mine, I would, I'm that kind of guy. But like I said, I'm not really that standing in front of talking to you kind of guy. I'm more of interacting, and I'll be here for the evening to talk to everybody, and hopefully I can meet everybody. So I guess with that being said, I'm gonna pass it back to him.
That was smooth right there. That was smooth. All right. So we've come to the time where we get to hear from the Grand Poobah, the Godfather himself. This is a guy who had a vision. He's been involved and headed up many different football organizations over the years, and his own passion and his own vision has brought him to put together this Bret Cooper Academic All-Star Game. And that's sometimes what you have to do. Sometimes when your vision, sometimes people can't see your vision. It's like the turtle and the giraffe. A turtle can't see the vision for the grass blades, but the giraffe can see because he can see over everything, right? So sometimes you have to get your head above the grass so that your vision can become reality. So I want to thank Mr. Bret Cooper for putting this game together, inviting all of us down here, and now we just await him coming to the podium to give his State of the Union.
How's everybody doing tonight? You guys had some great speakers tonight. I mean, these are the dignitaries of football world, I got a few things that we'll talk about. I want to get to a few things first before we get started. First of all, we're going to do some raffles this week. And for those parents out there, I know you guys are going to enjoy this. In our raffles that we have throughout this week and through the bowl game, I got 10 nights here, different nights that we're going to offer. These nights are going to be free nights here at this hotel. What it means is that you win these raffles, you'll be able to cash these in right today or whenever you win the raffle, and they'll take a whole nice as far as reservations off of your week here. So you actually save a whole night's raffling just on this here. So you guys got a chance. And we had quite a few people last year that won several of them. They really invested, so they said, it was worth it because they were saving a lot of money just winning the raffle and getting a shot to get a free night here taken off their bill. So I mean that's nice, especially when you get cashing in right then and there. So that's a great thing there. The second thing here, we have two things on the schedules. I know that you guys looked at it. And you were looking on Wednesday, and I noticed that we started just like we do on Tuesday at 11 o'clock and 11 to 3 at practice.
That is going to be, that's a change in that. First of all, that practice will start at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That will be a later practice, so we'll do a 1 to 4 on that day. It will not be 11 o'clock, it will be 1 to 4. The reason why, we're going to have the combine going on at the high school throughout the day. Okay, and then as far as the junior academic All-Americans will come in and then participate and do a practice, full practice on that day from 1 to 4. That's one of the other things. Another thing we're going to have is the awards banquet on Friday. So I know you guys, we didn't talk about this yet, but we got several awards out here that are really standard awards and they're great awards there. First of all, we have the Vincent Ascalise Leadership Award. Of course, a lot of you guys might have seen stuff on our social media pages about Vincent Ascalise and what he meant to a lot of players around the whole New York, New Jersey area, and what he's done for a lot of kids out there, making a difference and getting them into college. We named the award after him because he made a difference. He was a difference maker. He was known around the country. He was honored by the American Coaches Association that runs the entire country, including the college bowl games. Okay, that's called the AFCA. All right, so that's the Vincent Ascalise Award. It's a leadership award. We want you guys to really go in and look to try to win these awards by the next few days, showing your coaches and the staff that you belong with that award. Okay, so we're not just choosing it and giving it out. We want people to win the award. Okay, you got 3 days, I guess, to impress us on your leadership and your character. We have the character award. It's Troy Vincent. The Troy Vincent Award is a character award. Okay, Troy Vincent. Does anybody know who Troy Vincent is? He's the vice president of the NFL. Okay, Troy Vincent is excited about this, and he'd love to find out who's the next winner of his Troy Vincent Award. Okay, the character award is a special award for those who are out there and show great character, teamwork, and leadership within the whole program setting, which means that you're helping your fellow teammate out. You're not just a selfish kid out there playing and, you know, the hell with everybody else. You are about making a difference, and you're showing that you're a good quality teammate. We're looking for those kind of qualities and seeing what you do. So that's another thing. We have a Sonny Detmer Award that also is about leadership and character. So there are several awards there that we're going to have there, along with the fastest man contest that we're going to do in the next couple of days. We're going to test you to see who's the fastest man. For each grade, there'll be a 6th grade fastest man, a 7th grade fastest man, an 8th grade fastest man, and a freshman high school All-American fastest man contest. Those 4 winners will receive the fastest man contest award. Okay? On top of that, we'll have other things that we'll be awarding while we're there at the banquet. So we want you all to strive for that, fight for those awards, and see if you got a chance to go ahead and make something different and enjoy that. We'll have 2 MVP awards for the bowl game. I have people that always ask me, how do you have awards before that? Because it's Friday and it's Saturday is the game. Well, we do that based off of what you've done during the week and the characters you've shown during the week. The MVP awards will happen after the bowls. Each bowl game will have 2 MVP awards. Those 2 awards will be given out after the game. You'll have photo ops and everything, and we're looking for you guys to also fight for that as well. So that's some of the things that will be down at the award ceremony that we're going to do on Friday. So here's what I want to do. I want to thank everybody, first of all, because I know the weather has been crazy. I know when I got here, it was 85 degrees and sunny and hot, and it was blazing like it was the middle of of August. And then next thing you know, the girl at the front desk said, Mr. Cooper's going to snow tomorrow. And I said, what? It's 85 degrees outside. That's ridiculous. Well, you mix cold and you mix heat, you create tornadoes. And we got tornadoes here. And that was just something that was,
Who knew that we were right in the middle of something that was going on that the whole world knew about? You know, that was getting all over the country about this devastating event. But you guys still made it out here. You guys still came out. You fought through all that. I mean, I was finding out some of the families out here were telling me they were stuck in snowstorms in New Mexico. Am I right? There was quite a few. I mean, there's a lot of bad weather, but you guys made it out here. So I'd like to give you guys a hand and give yourselves a hand for making it out here. I'm honored by that. I mean, I really feel like, you know, you guys made a great effort. We want to make this a great weekend. We want to make this the best weekend for you. So we're going to start this off tonight and really make this something special for the rest of the week. You know, the second thing of it is I want to thank the parents for, you know, getting the kids out here. And, you know, like I said, it's an academic All-American Bowl. We thank you guys for making sure that they're in position, because we want to make sure that they're great future leaders out here. You know, that these young men are going to be future husbands to their wives and future great fathers to their kids and great men in their community. So we're looking forward to that, and it started with you guys setting the path for them. I want you to continue that. So we thank you parents for that as well. But here's what I want to talk about. I'm going to do a little game here. And I don't know if you guys ever, I've seen this game out there and I thought this was really intriguing. And the game is my what. Okay? And your what is what you do. Your why is why you do it. So you say, well, who are you? And you want you to think about this. Okay? And so, what do you do out there? What is your why? What is your why? What are the things that you like to do? And why are you doing it? And you say, well, you do what you like to do, but your what is why you do it. Do you understand what I'm saying? I like to make a difference out there. I like to make and help kids and give opportunities. That's my why. Okay? My what is that I run All-American Bowl. I do football, and I work it through football. So it's not just about football. It's about making a difference in your lives. That one day you guys are future leaders, and we use football as that platform to get there. You understand what I'm saying? That's your why and your what. So I want you guys to think about that. I want to say, what is your what? Who are you? What is your what? You know? What is your why to your what? Why are you doing it? What do you go to school for? That's your why. Why do you go to school? Somebody answer that? Can somebody answer me why they go to school? To learn? Anybody got any other? Tell me why. To do better than your parents. To be successful in life. Let me ask you guys something. What is your what to that? So what's your what? That's your why. What is your what? So you can have a good education, but that's your why. What is your what? Your what is why you go to school. You know? It's what you're doing. Your what is what you are, what you're doing. You're doing this. Your why is that you're going to get a good education. You understand? You got to think about it. When you're doing your life and you're thinking about, one day I want to play in the NFL. That's my why. So my what is what? I'm here tonight to hopefully one day make it to college, right? So you figure if you're trying to make it to college, how are you going to get in there? I'm finding out tonight that I got to have my academics correct. I'm going to find out this week that there's all other parts of it that I didn't even know yet. I didn't know about the clearinghouse. I didn't know about SATs. I didn't know about all the academic areas that the college coaches look for, and your character, and what kind of kid you are, and what you're saying on social media, right? So that's what your what and your why are. So I just want you to remember that. Think about that.
think about who you are and think about your future and where you're trying to go. That's your what and your why. Well, I'm just going to thank all you guys for coming out here. I'm glad you guys, and we had a great time. I thank all the coaches. If you guys can give a round of applause to the coaches here. Every one of them came up here, and I was impressed by every one of them. I mean, they gave a lot of knowledge, you know. I appreciate that. We're going to do a meet and greet. This is a little time here. We want you guys to kind of talk with the coaches, get a chance to know your coaches and get familiarized with them. We'll have little breakout sessions here and let you guys talk. Of course, we got Dixon Edwards here, great Super Bowl champion with the Dallas Cowboys. Let's definitely pick his brain, learn all the little things and tips that he has. He's wearing his proud Michigan State uniform on, so you know who he's rooting for in the Cotton Bowl, right?
Go green, go white.
All right, now. Anybody root for Alabama? Do we have any Alabama in there? Oh, boy. How many Michigan State fans in here? Oh, boy. We're excited about this. It's going to be fun down there at the Cotton Bowl. We're going to have a lot of fun. Anybody who's trying to buy tickets to the Cotton Bowl, I just want you guys to know, I want you guys to know that the only thing that we have is to go on StubHub.com. You know, I know that the Cotton Bowl has been sold out and they just have special passes and things like that that they've offered to us, but I think you guys can still get tickets on StubHub, but they're very hard to come by. So I would jump to StubHub.com. They've been pretty good with obtaining tickets for the Cotton Bowl event, which would be a grand event. And I tell you what, it's going to be something special. You're talking about two of the top teams in the country and possibly the national title, and you got a Heisman Trophy player in the game. So this is going to be really exciting. And if I'm correct, Michigan State brings it every time. And anybody who was there last year know that Michigan State beat Baylor in the final play of the game, and it was 42-41. And all the news agencies named that the #1 bowl game in the country, the #1, in fact, college football game, period, of the whole year. So you guys that were there last year had to attend one of the best games that anybody's ever attended. And we're looking forward to having that same kind of game this year. So, you know, Alabama's always going to bring it, and so we're looking forward to being an exciting game. So we thank all you guys for coming out, and you guys definitely do a meet and greet here. We'll bring back Chris Milton, and thank you.
All right, last but not least, we are going to find out who our coaches are. So, uniforms were handed out. Gray uniforms and blue uniforms. Just so that there's no misunderstanding. The blue uniform represents the East. The gray uniform represents the West. All right? Blue uniform is the East. Gray uniform is the West. And just so you know that the teams are comprised of all the athletes. There are some kids that are playing on the West side that possibly live on the East Coast and vice versa. This is an all-star game. This is an all-American game. That means that no coaches are bringing in their home teams to try to stack the team to win. We're going to see how coaches coach. We're going to coach talent. I know how we're going to coach, so I don't know on the other side of the field what's going to happen, but I know what 8th grade West is going to do. That's all I know. But what I want to do is bring up the coaches so that you guys can meet the coaches, and then that way you know who you're meeting and greeting with afterwards. So, 6th grade East. Are you guys here? Come on up. 6th grade East coaches. Wow. 6th grade West. Come on up. But I do know that there's a lot of people that's still stranded by weather, so we're just gonna say weather's the reason why 6th grade doesn't have good representation. I'm from local. He's from local. There we go. 7th grade East. Come up. 7th grade West. There we go, there we go, there we go. You see how the West Coast had to get it started right there? That's what we do. That's what we do. 8th grade East. 8th grade East, come on up. Eighth grade West. Hey, where's my 8th grade West squad? Stand up for me. 8th grade West, where you at? Come on, no. 8th grade with the gray jerseys on. Where you at? Oh yeah, there we go. Some bangers over there. I like it. I like it. All right, go ahead, see. I'm not biased. I'm not biased. Good luck, 8th grade East. That was fair. That was fair. 9th grade East. 9th grade East. And 9th grade West. If everybody wouldn't mind putting their hands together for these coaches coming out here. So with that being said, we're going to release you all for the meet and greet that's outside. Don't forget, breakfast 7 to 8 tomorrow morning. And let's get busy. Thank you guys.